Hello, everyone. Today, I will tell you a story that is not about one person. It is about life itself. It is about you, about me, about all of us. It is about what it means to live with purpose. Every morning we wake up. The alarm rings. The day begins. Some of us go to work. Some of us go to school. Some of us stay at home. But many times we ask ourselves a question. Why am I living this life? What is the meaning of my days? We eat, we sleep, we work, and we repeat. Sometimes, life feels like a cycle that never ends. We want money, but when we get money, we want more. We want comfort, but when we get comfort, we are still not satisfied. Inside our hearts, there is still a quiet voice asking, "Is this all? Is this the reason I am alive?" Living without purpose is like walking in the dark. You may keep moving, but you do not know where you are going. You may be busy every day, but at the end of the night, you feel empty. But living with purpose is different. When you live with purpose, every step has meaning. Even small actions feel important. Waking up feels exciting because you know why you are alive. Purpose gives energy. Purpose gives direction. Purpose gives peace. Think about this. A tree does not ask why it grows. It grows because it is meant to grow. A river does not ask why it flows. It flows because that is its nature. But human beings are different. We can think, we can ask, we can choose. And this choice gives us power, but also responsibility. Many people spend their whole life chasing things outside of themselves. They chase money. They chase fame. They chase pleasure. But when they finally reach these things, they realize something. Happiness is not in the things. Happiness is in the meaning we give to life. Purpose is not always big. Purpose can be small. Helping a friend is purpose. Taking care of your family is purpose. Learning something new is purpose. Even smiling at a stranger can be purpose because it adds light to the world. Sometimes we believe that purpose means changing the whole world, but purpose often means changing one life, even if that life is your own. When you live with purpose, your days are not wasted. You do not live only for weekends. You do not wait for the future to feel alive. You feel alive today because you know why you are here. Let us think together. Why do people feel lost? Why do they feel empty? It is because they do not know their why. They do not know the reason behind their actions. Imagine building a house without a plan. You may put bricks one by one, but in the end, the house will not stand strong. Life is the same. Without purpose, we are just putting bricks. With purpose, we are building something beautiful. Purpose is not found in books alone. Purpose is not found in dreams alone. Purpose is found in action. When you do things with love, with care, with meaning, that is purpose. Look around you. The teacher who explains a lesson is living with purpose. The nurse who cares for a patient is living with purpose. The farmer who grows food is living with purpose. These may look like simple jobs, but they are full of meaning. Without them, the world cannot live. So, what is your purpose? Maybe your purpose is to learn. Maybe it is to teach. Maybe it is to help. Maybe it is to create. Each person has a different path. But one thing is true for all. Life without purpose is empty. Life with purpose is full. Many people wait for the perfect time to live with purpose. They say, "When I have more money, then I will follow my purpose." Or, "When I am older, then I will think about meaning." But the truth is, the time is now. Purpose does not wait. Purpose lives in this moment. Think about water. If water waits too long, it becomes still and dirty. But if it keeps moving, It stays fresh. Life is the same. Do not wait too long. Start moving. Even a small step with purpose is better than standing still. Sometimes we are afraid. We ask, what if I fail? What if people laugh at me? What if I make mistakes? But living with purpose is not about being perfect. It is about being true. It is about choosing meaning over fear. When you live for others' approval, you may win applause, but you will lose yourself. When you live with purpose, you may face challenges, but you will gain yourself. And in the end, that is the greatest victory. Purpose is like a compass. A compass does not remove the storm, but it shows the direction. Life will still have problems. There will still be pain. There will still be loss. But when you have purpose, you know where to go, even in the storm. Think about people in history. They faced wars. They faced poverty. They faced suffering. But those who had purpose kept going. Their purpose gave them strength when everything else was gone. You may ask, how do I find my purpose? The answer is simple, but not always easy. Listen to your heart. Notice what makes you feel alive. Notice what gives you peace. Notice what helps others. Purpose often lives in the place where your joy and the world's need meet. Let me give you an example. Imagine two people working in the same shop. One person says, I am just selling things. The other person says, I am helping people get what they need. The job is the same, but the purpose is different. One feels bored, the other feels proud. This shows us something important. Purpose is not always in what we do. Purpose is in how we see what we do. You can turn ordinary work into meaningful work by changing the way you look at it. Think also about relationships. Talking to a friend can be just passing time. Or it can be purpose because you are giving love, support, and care. Eating dinner can be just food. Or it can be purpose because you are sharing time with family. The action is the same, but the meaning is different. Life becomes rich when we fill it with purpose. Without purpose, life feels heavy. With purpose, life feels light, even during hard times. Purpose also gives us strength when life is painful. When we lose something, when we face failure, when we feel weak. Purpose whispers, keep going. There is still a reason. That reason may be small, but it is enough to move forward. A parent may work hard because their purpose is their children. A student may study late because their purpose is their dream. A doctor may stay awake all night because their purpose is saving lives. Purpose makes sacrifice easier because sacrifice becomes love. So, let this be the lesson today. Do not live only to pass time. Do not live only to survive. Live with meaning. Live with heart. Live with purpose. Because in the end, when you look back at your life, you will not count the money or the things or the applause. You will remember the moments when you lived with meaning. You will remember the times when you gave, when you loved, when you created, when you helped. That is the beauty of life. That is the truth of life. And that is what it means to live with purpose.